everyone. Today we are going to discuss about pteridophyte. In our previous video we have discussed about thallophyte, which are known as a amphibian, aquatic of plant kingdom, bryophyte, amphibians of plant kingdom, and now pteridophytes, which are known as reptiles of plant kingdom. Now pteridophyte, the group of plants which belongs to pteridophytes, they reproduce by forming spore. The term which is given reptiles of plant kingdom is for the living organisms which live in the water as well as on the land. So the term is given to living organism which live in water but as well as on land. Okay. As if we know that the sporophytic stage is a dominant stage of their life, means pteridophyte, and gametophytic stage is a small or a short living stage of their life cycle. So now we are going to discuss about the sporophytic stages and gametophytic stages. Sporophytic stage and gametophytic stage. Sporophytic stage is diploid in nature. Gametophytic stage is haploid in nature. Sporophytic stage produces a spore. First of all, we are going to discuss about the sporophytic stage and then we are going to discuss about gametophytic stage. But the most important point is that the main parent body is of sporophytic life stage. Okay. Now see here, sporophytic life stage, when undergoes meiosis, it produces a spore which is haploid in nature. They produces two different types of spores. First, sporophilus, which looks like leaves, and strobilus. Sporophilus and strobilus. Sporophilus is of again two types, means microsporophilus and macrosporophilus. Micro means a small leaf like structure and macro means a big or a large leaf like structure. So microsporophilus and macrosporophilus. Microsporophilus and macrosporophilus. Microsporophilus, small leaves, and macrosporophilus, big leaves. Microsporophilus, they have given an example, that is Silanginella. Example, Silanginella, and macrosporophilus, that is fern. Example is fern. Now we are going to talk about strobilus. Strobilus, if you are going to discuss about strobilus, strobilus is a condition where a leafy structure compactly arranged to form a cone-like structure. So leafy stage or leaf-like structure arranged compactly to form cone-like structure. As well, they have given us an example of Silanginella. A leaf-like structure get arranged to form a cone-like structure. Now we are going to discuss the life cycle, how they produce. From sporophytic life stage they forms a gametophytic life stage, and from gametophytic life stage they form a new sporophytic life stage, means we are going to see the alternation of generation. Now first of all, if you are going to discuss about sporophytic life stage, because sporophytic life stage is dominant in case of pteridophyte and it is a main plant body. Sporophytic stage which is diploid in nature. When it undergoes meiosis, it produces a haploid spore. Undergoes meiosis to produce haploid spores. Now these haploid spores get germinated into prothallus, a structure which is called as a prothallus. So gametophytic stage is nothing but the prothallus, where sex organs are going to be present, which produces male and female sex organs. So spores germinates to form prothallus, and this prothallus is nothing but the gametophytic stage, which is haploid in nature, and this gametophytic stage or prothallus produces male and female or gametes. Male gamete which is haploid and female gamete which is as well haploid. When male and female gamete get fused, they form a zygote which is diploid in nature, and from zygote new sporophytic stage begins. So this was the alternation of generation. We are going to revise it again. Sporophytic stage, which is diploid in nature, it is dominant stage of pteridophytes, means main plant body is of sporophytic stage. When it undergoes meiosis or produces the haploid spore, then this haploid spores germinates and form a prothallus region, which is known as a gametophytic stage, which consists of sex organ to produce a gametes. Male gamete and female gamete are produced. When this male and female gamete get fused, then forms a diploid zygote, and this diploid zygote grows and forms new sporophytic life stage. Now already we have discussed about the life stages of pteridophytes. Now we are going to see a sporophytic, means a dominant stage of pteridophyte, such as macrosporophylls, example fern. So we are going to draw you the structure. Here we are going to see the structure. This is adventitious root, underground root. Known as adventitious. Here you can see a scaly structure on the root surface called as scaly ramata or ramita. Scaly ramita. Here these leaf-like structures are known as a frond. Frond means leaf-like structure. It is not true leaf but leaf-like structure, and this is a older one and this is a younger one. Now, as if pteridophytes are the organism, the plant species in which true vascular tissues are developed, means xylem and phloem is well developed, in this case pteridophyte. As if we have seen about the bryophytes and thallophytes, we haven't discussed about the vascular tissue, but we have discussed here because they have vascular tissue, food conducting phloem and water conducting xylem. Now we are going to see about the stages, as if we are going to see a leafy stage, a single leafy stage. If I am going to draw this structure, then here you can see a sori on the dorsal surface of the leaf. On the dorsal surface of the leaf, you can see a spore-like structure which is known as a sori. Now, we have seen the dominant stage of pteridophyte, that leafy stages, sporophyllous stage. We have taken a leaflet of that leafy stage, and here you can see a spore-like structure on the dorsal surface of leaves. So, they are called as a brown color spores, called as sori. These spores are known as a sori. If we are going to take a section of it and we are going to see it under a microscope, then we are going to see a structure like this. Means this upper surface is a plain surface. Here we can see a sporangium cells like venation and inducium. This chain-like structure is known as inducium, and this is an umbrella-like structure called as sorus. As if we have told, just this spore-like structure is sori, and the structure which forms due to a spore or a venation is known as an umbrella-like structure known as a sorus. Now, from this sporangium, a structure develops such as annulus ring. It have annulus ring for their protection, and a stalk which is known as a chain-like structure, inducium. As if we have told, they have a number of spores inside the annulus ring, and if we are going to talk about the single spore, then it is known as a spore mother cell which is diploid in nature. If we are going to take single spore mother cell or mother spore cell, then here from single mother spore cell undergoing meiosis, we found that they forms of 4 different cells. Means if spore mother cell undergoes meiosis, it's going to be form a haploid cell which are 4 in numbers. As if meiosis is reductional division, so parents is diploid and then daughter cell is haploid. This is the first condition. Second condition, at the end of meiosis, 4 daughter cells are going to be formed. Means meiosis first consists of 2 cells. Means the number reduces in meiosis first, and meiosis second is same as like a mitosis. So we get 4 different cells when mother cell undergoes meiosis. If we are going to talk about single spore, then from single spore gametophytic body forms. As if we have told that the dominant stage is a sporophytic stage, and gametophytic stage is short living, which consists of sexual organs or produces male and female gamete. So it is a gametophytic body. Now we are going to discuss about the gametophytic body, how they produce male and female gamete, and how this male and female gamete get fused to form a diploid zygote. Okay. Just we have talked about that the spore mother cells undergoes meiosis to form haploid 4 daughter cells. From one daughter cell, it produces a gametophytic stage, means a gametophyte. This is nothing but the gametophytic stage, which is called as prothallus, which is green in color as well as photosynthetic in nature. Now here you can see a apical notch. This is archegonia, which is female sex organ, and antheridium, which is male sex organ. If it is single, then it is known as antheridia. Here you can see a root-like structure which is rhizoid, which is unicellular in nature and absorb water from the soil. So this was about the gametophytic stage, which consists female and male sex organs which produce. Archegonia produces a flask-shaped egg and Antheridium produces a antherozoids. So now we are going to discuss about how antherozoids comes and swim from water and go towards the egg cell to fertilize the egg cell and forms a new sporophytic stage or form a zygote. Now here we are going to discuss about Antheridium and Archegonium. This is an Archegonium and this is Antheridium, which produces a antherozoid. Here you can see Antheridium is made up of the three different cells, that is one basal cell. Here you can see one basal cell, two ring cell here and here, and one lead cell, from which this antherozoid is going to be come outside the body, and this is a male gamete which is going to swim up to archegonia, means female reproductive organ, that is archegonium. And here you can see an archegonium which secrete a malic acid and sugar to attract a male gamete, means antherozoid. Here you can see egg cell, venter and neck. From neck region it's going to enter and fertilize egg cell. As if we have discussed in bryophyte, that is gametophytic stage is a main plant body and sporophytic stage is partially parasite, means which depends on its parent body for some period of time. But in case of pteridophyte, both gametophytic stage and sporophytic stage are independent. They produce their own food material and they live a free living life. As if we have told that prothallus or the gametophytic stage contains male and female reproductive organ. It is green in color, performs photosynthesis. So, in simple manner, we are going to discuss from sporophytic stage, which is diploid in nature, undergoes meiosis to form a haploid spore. From haploid spore, it germinates a prothallus or gametophytic stage, prothallus, which is gametophytic stage, haploid as well. And from prothallus, means gametophytic stage or prothallus consists of male and female organ. So, produces antheridium, which is going to produce haploid antherozoids, and archegonium, which produces a haploid egg cell. So this was about pteridophyte. In our next lecture, we are going to discuss about gymnosperms and angiosperms. Gymnosperms are non-flowering plant and angiosperm is flowering plant. Cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams are those organisms which do not produce seed, means they produce spore. So thallophytes, bryophyte and pteridophytes are cryptogams and phanerogams are gymnosperms and angiosperms which produces a seed.